start here with the chat. So what are already people in area doing YouTube videos? What if there are already people? Simple. Let me ask you this. Does HGTV every year say, hey, I think we have enough real estate shows, we probably shouldn't come out with a new one? Or does HGTV come out with a new real estate show every year? Why? Because they don't care. Number one. Number two, they know content is king. They know that everybody adapts or attracts to different personalities. So the more personalities, the more real estate personalities they have on their channel, the more people they're going to attract. You see, video like attracts like. That's the great thing about video. I don't chase anybody down. I don't know the people that don't want to work with me because they don't call me to tell me that, right? They just call somebody else. So people will watch your videos, and they watch not only our videos, but guys, there's 20, 30 other channels in Dallas. Now we're the fastest growing and about to be number one, which we've passed everybody up. But still, the thing is that number one, you can't capture everybody in your market. Number two, they're going to like different people, and the people that like you, they will call you, but they'll watch all the other channels, just like everybody on this call right now as agents. I know nobody watches TV on here, but if you did, you probably watch all the real estate shows, right? You watch $1 Million Listing, you watch Fixer Flop, you watch Fixer Upper. But if I asked you which agent, if you could pick one agent to help you with your real estate purchase, you all would say somebody different because you all relate to somebody else. Some of you would say Ryan Serhant, some of you would say Chip and Joanna, some of you would say Josh Altman, whatever. You all relate to a different agent. You may watch all the shows, but you could only choose one to work with. Same thing with YouTube. I mean, guys, think about this. I mean, what are your other options? To be the agent in the neighborhood magazine where there's 500 other agents with their listings in there, right? And you're just one picture on the page of 50 other people. Or guys, 10, even if there's 10 people in your backyard on YouTube, that is nothing. I mean, there's 15,000 agents in Dallas, and there's 20 of them are on YouTube, and 15 of them don't even really get views. It's really kind of the top 5 channels that gain a lot more of the views. Now, more and more channels, I think I'm probably responsible for 10 channels alone this last year popping up in Dallas because number one, I talk about this all the time. So people can go to my channel and copy it. Actually, there is a guy in Dallas that no matter which video I come out with, he comes out with it 3 days later, amazingly enough, right? So you're not going to stop people. But the thing is that we have different personalities. And you know what? There's probably some people that call him, but I never know because they never call me to tell me they decided not to work with me, you know? What's up, Tor Black? That's you. You can come off. You got to come off mute.
Yeah, that was me. I asked that question. Mine was more projected towards people ranking. Like you've had a lot of success from the ranking. Yep. And if there's already somebody that's doing your system, like in Orange County, there's like 4 or 5 of them here. It's a big, there's 4.5 million people here. So it's a big area. So there's a lot of agents, like 50,000 agents here. So my question is there a way we can still capture and get in on that if they're already pre-ranking? How are you going to take down, say Mike Tyson, if you're the little corner guy just starting to work out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, Mike Tyson lost eventually, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So right. Yeah, I mean, the same thing in Dallas. When I started in Dallas, so the main channels, there's about 6 or 7 channels when I started. One of them had 7. One of them had like 7,000 to 8,000 subs. That was the number one channel. Another one had like 6,000 subs, and the other ones had like 5, 4, 3. I mean, it's kind of like that whole range, but we passed up everybody. We actually just passed up the second to last one. And now I've noticed he's always done 1 video a week, which is a big reason why we passed him up. So that would be one thing. How many videos are they publishing in your market, first of all? And if you just outwork them, that's one way to easily do that. Number 2, if they're not in our direct system, then they're probably not optimizing the way we optimize. And so we optimize to the fullest and can get you ranked. I even show you in there that we rank above videos that have hundreds of thousands or even millions of views. So views don't matter. And so even though they may be at the top, it's just a matter of optimizing it correctly, and we can get you up there. So that I'm not concerned about either.
Yeah, they're definitely using your system. I mean, I can look at their videos and see they're almost exactly the same, and the name of their channel is living in Orange County. So I mean, they're like a direct copy of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're putting out like they're putting out 3 videos a week. I was researching it just before I talked to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's consistency as well. So normally we have everybody always asks me, what's the downfall? What's the downside of this? And I'll say it's consistency. You know, that's what it comes down to. And so even with a lot of people that we help, they'll fall off after a month or so, you know, so it's also, can you outwork them? Can you outlast them? And then otherwise, you know, even if there's 3 or 4 in there and we get you in the top 3 or 4, you know, it's also comes down to quantity. How do you target certain things? So, I mean, there's definitely ways to do it. And, you know, I know we have actually had quite a few from Orange County. But at the same time, there's still room, like you said, 50,000. I mean, that seems a little high, but 50,000 agents, I mean, still 4 or 5 people on YouTube, 5 or 10. I mean, it's still nothing compared to if you market any other way out there, you're going to be directly competing with thousands of people, you know. YouTube's still a blue ocean. And plus, man, you got a cool hat, you know, you got that green shirt. I mean, you got your own look. That's what I'm saying. You know, the you in YouTube is you as the creator. And that's what people relate to, you know? So you've already got your own look. I don't know if this is a regular thing or if you just dressed up for the call, but you know, hey, you know, you got to,
I always got some pretty wild clothes on, some pretty wild ties. So yeah. It's every day. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, though, is the people that call you, they'll be like, man, you'll probably have people say, I had to work with you just because of your ties, you know, or I had to work with you just because of your hats, you know, or I'm a hat guy, you know, and those are the people you're going to attract. You're going to find a lot of them are like you and probably have same personality traits, everything. And so we actually work with really great clients because they're a lot like us, you know.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. What CRM do you use for YouTube leads? We use High Level.
Is there if I mute myself again here?
Yeah, go. Hey man, this is first come, first serve.
I heard you saying you use Go High Level. So in the do-it-yourself course, you have do we get like the follow-up plan from your Go High Level? I know you can copy those over.
So we're building that out right now. We should be done with that this week. So the high level system we use has an affiliate program, but they charge $197 a month. So we were able to go to high level and get an enterprise account because we want to offer it to people for $97 a month. So I think $197 is a little high. And so that's what we did. But when we got the enterprise account, we're building out all the campaigns and triggers and everything. So that way, if you end up getting that, it'll all be in there defaulted, you know? So, so that we should have that done within a week. Yeah. Okay. And so, but otherwise you won't even need that at least for 30 days in, because normally what we see pretty consistently is that everyone gets their first call right around 30 days, you know? So.
Yeah. And do you have an outside sales agent making the calls to your Go High Level as soon as the leads come in, or no?
Not in the beginning. No, I took the first 350 calls myself. Okay. Because I think you have to talk to the clients. You have to get the feel for it. You have to learn the systems and the processes. And I think that's the best way to do it. Every trigger that's in there, I mean, I would say 80% of the triggers. Travis probably built a couple of them then too. I mean, Chrissy's probably built a couple too, but every trigger in there was because I took phone calls, put them through the process. And then whenever something broke or didn't work, I was like, oh, we need a campaign. We need a trigger. We need, you know, this, we need an automation. And so I built that whole thing as I went. And then, you know, and then it's like, Chrissy will say something, Travis will say, hey, we need this. Hey, we need that. You know, and they'll be like, okay, well, we'll just add that in. So now we've pieced that together. We were just updating one today. So it's like, yeah, with that, it'll come in there and then you'll critique them all and, you know, adapt them to you. But I recommend, you know, being very, very involved, because if you know, I just learned if you outsource anything really from the beginning and don't understand it, it makes it very difficult to coach it and also to train people properly how to use it as well. So. But now, yes. So Chrissy used to be our editor and Jill of all trades, I should say, for everything. And then, but it got to the point to where the lead flow now is so significant that, we had to have somebody to do that. Nobody knows our business better than her. We were actually looking at somebody to hire outside, but we were like, man, this is going to be a nightmare to try to train them, help them understand. So it's the easiest thing to do was, let's outsource Chrissy's work and get her helping out these clients. And so, and so she's transitioned into, that's her number one priority is lead distribution. Really, it's making that initial contact. So when people call in or text or email, she's the first one they talk to. All right. Anybody else? I have to go. Okay. See you, Chris.
I have a question.
Hey, what's your, is it Taryn?
Taryn. Yeah.
Taryn? Oh, hey, Taryn, what's up?
How's it going?
Good.
All right. So the first option, is that all like just one payment, or do you guys do like a payment plan? Because I just joined Keller Williams and they hit you with fees. So what do you got for me?
Well, if you just join them, now's the best time to switch over to us.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just unfortunately, we have to do one payment just because that's yeah. And
Okay.
the thing, and I don't do KW. Yep. That's all right. Hey, how do you say your name? Tor? Is it Tor? Taryn?
Yeah, it's just Tor, T-O-R, yeah.
Okay. All right, Tor. All right. Well, you're welcome to come over too, Tor.
Well, most people from EXP all came from Keller Williams anyways. That's kind of like the whole mass exodus there. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I would just say a couple of things, either just, now you have a goal to work towards to either save up to that, or
Right.
I don't encourage going into debt at all whatsoever. But from what I'm told, like PayPal offers a 6-month no interest card. I'm pretty sure you'll easily make that back, if that's something you were to do. But otherwise, yeah, I would make it a goal to get that together.
So as far as choosing the first option, as far as feedback, I know with the second option, you get Zooms.
Yeah.
As far as any feedback, do you provide like any emails? Like if I were just to shoot you an email or something like that?
Yeah. I'm a pretty nice guy. I'll respond. You'll get into our Facebook group, so you can ask questions in the Facebook group, and that helps other people as well. But yeah, we'll always, Chris here and myself, answer all the questions in there. So, and then also we usually post trainings inside the Facebook group, so you can jump on. I host Zooms and also Clubhouse rooms that are public, but I post them in the Facebook room. So if you keep an eye on that, then you'll know when I'm doing the next live training. So if you write down 2 or 3 questions, that's really the best way to do that. So yeah, I'm around. Yeah, I'm pretty visible. I was in Cabo last week at a conference, and I still did my group calls. I still did everything. I just because I'm out of town or out of country, I still maintain somewhat of a schedule. Now, I didn't do as much as I usually do, but I still had my training calls. I actually did my live room on the balcony. I was like, hey, if I'm gonna sit here and look out over the ocean, I'll just do it from my balcony, and so that was it. So it was actually a really good conversation. Had a really good chat with everybody on there. So yeah, it's open forum, open questions, things like that. But I'm around every week.
Okay, great. And just one last thing, in terms of like certain social media outlets, obviously we're going to focus on YouTube.
Yep.
But I just don't really think Facebook is really all that. I just feel like I'm going to focus on like Instagram, YouTube, obviously, and maybe dabble into some TikTok. But I feel like I'm not even going to promote on Facebook. Like, I just don't feel like, what do you think about that, Facebook? Just as a side note.
Hey, I agree.
I feel like it's a waste of time.
Well, I don't know. Somebody on here maybe can change my mind. I have not really heard of anybody recently that started on Facebook that has generated business. As far as I know, there might be someone that started on Facebook 10 years ago, 5 years ago, that, they have this whole presence and they built a following, and, that's what they're working. But as far as, I don't know anybody I know 1,000 real estate agents that teach Facebook ads, but that's because there's zero organic reach on there. And so you have to run ads. But other than that, no. And then, yeah, Instagram, TikTok. I know some of the best TikTokers for real estate agents, but what I also know is that, they get 100, 200, 500,000 followers, and their messages, they have to hire somebody full time just to monitor to filter through all the comments and everything, just to try to get through that mess. And so, but you can do that. Again, we have presence on TikTok and Instagram, and we post on Facebook and whatnot, but that's all my chopped up content, again, because you can take a long form video and chop it up into 1-minute videos and feed all the other platforms. Now, it is best if you're going to make content for a platform to make it specifically for that platform. But, but that's also a lot of work to try to create content for several different platforms, So for me, YouTube is the best. It's a long-term play. It does take time to build up and grow it. But once I haven't done anything. I've prospected zero on Instagram and TikTok. Like, we didn't even start that until October of last year, just because I didn't even want to draw my attention away from YouTube. And so, again, full focus, almost a full year of intentional focus on YouTube. And that gained the momentum to where, we can't even turn it off at this point. It's bonkers. So I wouldn't recommend starting multiple platforms at once either. I would say go all in, start to master one, and you'll never really master it, but get the momentum, build that up, and then implement the others as you go.
Yeah, because I feel like video, that's really where I shine.
Yep.
And where I feel like I get the attention. So I'm like, all right, this is where I think I'm gonna go. Social media, 100%.
Yeah.
None of that old school cold calling stuff. I'm gonna go in with what's happening now and what's popping now, So I'm on board. You got me.
What market are you in?
Real estate. Oh, I thought everybody was in real estate.
No, what city? Yeah. What city?
Oh, okay, gotcha. New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good.
I didn't know. Sorry, I'm with other platforms too of marketing.
Yeah.
So there's some of them that are more generalized. So I'm like zooming all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Thanks.
Appreciate
it.
And what I can tell you as well is that Facebook has even directed most of their funding away from the Facebook platform. They're focusing mostly on groups and focusing a lot of people's attention on stories. And most of the stories are actually getting reposted from Instagram. So most of their resources and their funding resources are really going towards Instagram and Reels. Instagram Reels are like the #1 focus of Instagram. In fact, one of the main creators and programmers for Instagram said that almost all of their focus is going towards Reels now. And so that's really, I mean, when I was first starting out, I had a mentor that I worked with, 8 years ago, and she was the Facebook queen, and she has completely transitioned away from Facebook. So she only does Instagram and TikTok and YouTube now. So I definitely say anything video related is where you want to go. And so Facebook's pretty much dead. I think Facebook's even kind of acknowledged that they're dead. So
I even felt that, so you guys didn't even say that. I was like, I'm not even gonna do it.
Yeah, no, Facebook is a waste of time unless you're doing groups. Groups are
unless you're doing baby boomers, like you're trying to target baby boomers, but look at me, I'm not trying to target baby.
Yeah. Yeah, and even even on Instagram, the general age group for Instagram, I think the top age groups are between the ages of 40 and 55 on Instagram. So
there you go.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, those are your top 3, but YouTube being the top, obviously.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Hey, Levi.
Hey.
Question for you. So first of all, congratulations. Awesome work. Presentation was fantastic. Definitely the way to go here. For someone that's in EXP already, I don't think the third option is an option, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So looking at the first option there, I imagine the course was created within Go High Level. So is there a page that you have where you outline the modules so we could take a closer look?
No, it's created in Kartra.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is
page.
Well, kind of like what I was showing on. Let me see. I mean, these are just a couple of the snippets on here, but even just in like module 3, I mean, everything is in here: content research creation, exact videos to shoot, video flow blueprint, intro video script, a full channel build out, channel customization. This is actually complete video optimization. I changed that. This is video optimization, systems and scaling, how to design thumbnails, how to outrank your competition, how to make videos. Just like in how to make videos, there's 4 videos just inside that one snippet right there. Bonus material, trainings. We have some Q&As in there, private Q&As we've ran that really answer a lot of questions. But again, Pinterest, WordPress, Google My Business, Trello. Trello's the entire workflow system. That's free to use. How to start the Shorts channel. Everything's on there. So that's pretty much the layout. A lot of this is module 1 and 2 are more about YouTube in general and understanding the platform as well. But otherwise, that's everything you need. But there's a couple of videos pretty much in each one of these systems. But it's about 9 hours of content. So yeah, probably about 9 hours if you were to try to sit down and go through all of it. And then, but at the same time, you're going to want to start and stop and like build your channel out and things like that. So, but it's everything you need. I mean, just because it's the least, the number one's less, just because I'm not involved. It walks you through everything 100%, But option 2 is like for individual one-on-one calls where we, get a little bit more in depth strategy, check on things. I mean, it's just more of a personal touch, but otherwise, I mean, I didn't have that when I started. I'll say that I didn't even have a course. So I did it from watching 1,000 YouTube videos, reading. I bought 8 YouTube books, and that's why I only shared with you 2 of them, because those were the 2. The other 6 or 7 that I read were, kind of like garbage, you could say, as they say in French. But otherwise, but you got to go through all of that. I mean, went through a lot of platforms, and I just kind of pieced it all together, but ultimately it was all built on my own experience. I just filmed a couple more updates yesterday, so even on optimization, that'll go into the course in the next day or 2. I did a whole 30-minute update on what we're doing differently now, even though all of it's still relevant, but just a couple of changes. So, it's a lifetime access. So.
And as far as real estate specific and going for titles that have worked and comparing what has worked and what hasn't worked, that's in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I give you the first 2 to 3 months worth of content to shoot as well, which works in any market. It works. And then, once you establish your audience, you're going to start creating more for your audience as well. Ultimately, you optimize for the algorithm at first, and then you end up optimizing for your audience. So, but otherwise, I give you the exact videos. I give you, 30, 35 videos that literally just insert your city and state or neighborhood or whatever it is, and then you shoot that content.
Okay. But the automation part's not there. The triggers and the follow-up sequence.
That you would have. I mean, if you purchase you don't need high level. I mean, we built our whole system out in high level. You don't need it.
I have high level.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah. Then, well, if you have it already, then, we could work something out. We could just copy that, see if we could copy that over in there for you, if you already have an account.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We have another question in the chat.
Okay. Is it
From LaKayla?
okay? We already have a YouTube with some videos. Do you recommend we transition our channel into our YouTube channel, or make it into my life sort of channel and incorporate YouTube into our videos? You recommend we transition our channel into we already have a YouTube channel. What are the videos that are, so make a new channel dedicated to real estate, or we start fresh on our channel we already have. So if you don't have, if your video, I think what I'm getting is that you have lifestyle or other things non-real estate related on your current channel, I would start a new channel. I think you need to focus in on, I was just talking with somebody earlier today, and reviewing their channel, and they've got, you know, client driven videos, they've got real estate agent videos, they've got lifestyle. And just like I've said, your whole audience is confused, because what is your audience? Is it a real estate agent? Is it a client trying to buy real estate? Is it, you know, your friends and family? And I said, you're talking to too many people. That's why nobody's finding your content. So you got to be dialed in on one. I don't think, none of us on here that I know of have a huge platform like Ryan Serhant or, you know, Chip and Joanna. So I don't think anybody's interested in a day in the life of us, you know. So that's, trust me, nobody is. And that's why I've never done one of those videos, because no matter what video they find when they come to the channel, I want them to say, this is the channel for me. You know, these are the videos for me. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. I don't want them to come to my channel and the first video they come across is, you know, me showing them a day in the life of, you know, with Puffers the cat and, you know, something like that. So, you know, because otherwise I'm going to be like, and I told the other guy today, I was like, if I go to your channel and I see you talking to real estate agents and why they should join your team, I'm going to be like, well, this has nothing to do with me moving to your area. So I will leave and never come to your channel again. And the vice versa. If there's real estate agents, you know, and the first video they come across is a real estate video that he has, I'm going to say, oh, this is really about moving to his area. That has nothing to do with me. And I would leave and never come, you know what I mean? So you want to divide or have different topic. I mean, basically you need to determine your audience, and that's one audience per channel. So if you want to build a team or recruit agents or whatever it is you may want to do, it's a separate channel. If you want to, you know, showcase your life with Puffers the cat, then that's a third channel, you know? And so you got to, that's a lot of work, but you know, that's what you have to separate those audiences, because they're completely different. Now you can incorporate, but you don't dedicate. So you can incorporate Puffers, maybe possibly in a video, but you know, maybe when he's in the yard out there and you're like, oh, there's, by the way, there's Puffers, my cat. And that's it. And that's all you ever say about Puffers the cat. And then you move on. Or you may say, I mean, I talk about, I like old historic, I live in a historic home. My home's 100 years old, and I like Americanos, and I, you know, like a glass of red wine. So I may talk about some of that stuff periodically through videos, and that does help people establish relationships with you, but I incorporate that in my videos. I don't dedicate my videos. But when real estate agents are like, hey, here I am, here's a day in my life, here I am getting out of bed, oh, it's 4 a.m., you know, I'm tackling the day, it's like nobody cares, you know. So I hope that answered your question. I keep thinking that Daphne's taking a picture of me, but oh yeah, I was going to tell you, Chrissy, I was going to ask you should do some, we need some stories like from these calls, you know.
Oh yeah, I'll take a few of them
Going forward. Watch everybody. Everyone's going to jump off now. Oh, you know.
I've got a question for you.
Oh, okay. Who's that? Oh, what's up, Tyler?
Yeah, Tyler. This is Kristen. What kind of equipment do you use to film your videos? What's sort of the time commitment? Do you hire someone to edit them? Do you self-edit? What software do you use to do that? Like the actual how do I actually make these videos that are of a good quality for the YouTube channel?
Well, we cover that in the course. We cover how to make the videos. That's a whole section. And this is the equipment I use. It's an iPhone on a little tripod.
Okay.
That's it. Yep. Now, I mean, I show you all this in the course. I show you how to make office videos, how to make neighborhood videos. I take you out. I actually take you out in neighborhoods and you watch me film a whole entire video. You watch me film videos in the office, and you know, I have somebody literally like over the shoulder while I do it. So I walk you through that point. I've used my iPhone the whole time, still use my iPhone.
Okay.
You need an iPhone 11 Pro or above. You need the wide angle lens. And if you have a Galaxy or Android or whatever, you need a wide angle lens on that. So that's very simple. But and then back to editing, I've never edited a single video in my life. So I don't teach that in the course because I don't think it's the best use of a real estate agent's time. So we actually provide editing services, because every time we got somebody to the course, this is where they would get stuck. And so we had to build this. We built this out to help people, but this is really complete optimization. It's turnkey. And so that way, really, I mean, all you have to do, if you get the course, all you have to do is really just watch the how to make videos, because if you hire the editing team, they're going to do everything for you 100%. And so, it depends on how much you want to learn and how much you want to do. So, I mean, most people do at least 2 to 3 videos a week. And so that's what these packages are for, but you get complete optimization, you get thumbnails designed, they get geo-tagged, you get your 250 word descriptions, you get titles, hashtags, all that stuff. So that's turnkey.
But all of those things are also taught in the course if we did want to do it ourselves, correct?
No, we don't teach editing in the course.
No, I mean like how to create the thumbnails or.
Oh yeah, thumbnails, that portion's in there. Yeah.
That stuff's all included. But if we do want to just say, hey, here's our video, now you do the rest of it, that's an add-on service.
Yeah, that's if you want to shoot, all you'd have to do is shoot video and turn it over and the team will take over.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Levi, it's Michael Fish. Where do we put the credit card number in at?
Well, I'll call you right after this.
Awesome. I was at Cabo too. It's good to see you there.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I was in line at the buffet actually.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, it was a good time. I still have my Polish tan from there. My Polish tan, it's a little red, so yeah. It's lucky. We get, actually, now this is just, but we leave on Wednesday. We're going to Puerto Rico, and Jay and Michael are having an event. We get to speak at that one. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that one. But the great thing is last week in Cabo, Chrissy, how many leads came in last week while I was in Cabo per day?
I mean, it was like 7 to 10 leads every single day. It was ridiculous and amazing.
And and that's what we're averaging, pretty much, this whole year. Every time I run the numbers, it's literally like 7.2. I just reran them again the first 72 days, which was like 2 days ago. So, but yep. Actually, I can shoot you the link probably right now. Or Chrissy, can you drag Michael's card over?
Yeah.
To interested. So we have a system for that.
You can drag my card over to interested too.
Okay, will do.
And what kind of conversions are you getting off the YouTube leads ballpark? Like 1 out of 10, 2 out of 5?
Last year was 12%.
12%. Okay.
Yeah. This year it's probably, well, I could tell you, what did I say? 527 leads. We're actually at 15% this year, because we've already done 83 transactions. So you take 83 divided by 527, that's a 15. It's actually 15.7% conversion rate. So
Cool deal. Okay, sweet.
yeah, so that's pretty good.